Good morning and welcome to the show, and thanks for waking up with us today on this St. Patrick's Day. I have Teresa Kane here, who is, I guess, the instructor or owner of Niall O'Leary School of Irish Dance.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm here. I'm good.
You're here and you're good. I know you worked last night, so you're a little tired right now, but I'm glad you woke up to come and see us early this morning. The name of the show is Waking Up With Don, so I know.
I'll let you know how that works.
I know. Irish dance.
Yes.
That's got a great tradition and a great history, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's growing all the time. I mean, Irish dance has been around obviously for years. I grew up with it all my life.
And you're from Ireland originally.
Yeah, I'm from County Cork, Ireland. So I've been dancing since the age of 4. So I have a passion for it and a love for it that's grown over the years. And when I came to this country, it wasn't here. It wasn't here at all. It wasn't in Panama City. It was in New York and places like that.
Yeah,
but
you saw troops like Riverdance, those guys, and I think it started to gain in popularity here after that.
It was here already, but it really grew with Michael Flatley's Lords of Dance and Riverdance. He originated in Riverdance first and then moved to Lord of the Dance. But yeah, it grew and it's huge now. Absolutely huge. We have dance competitions all over the country. There's a dance competition every weekend somewhere in the United States. So amazing. Yeah, it's very competitive. I mean, it's an awesome form of dancing. It's pretty much a very athletic form of dancing. It's good for your mind and your body. So it is
high energy.
Yeah.
Now I know there's a lot of folklore around Irish dance.
Yeah. Well, there is. I mean, back in the day, when people used to Irish dance in Ireland, the British, when they occupied Ireland, they did not want the people doing Irish dancing. So they used to keep their hands down and they had half-cut doors. They keep their hands down by their
like
sides.
Those old Dutch doors.
Yeah, yeah. Keep their hands down by the side, so when the British were passing by, they wouldn't see them dancing. So that's the whole thing about that. There's a couple of stories. Another one is about that the priest in Ireland would not allow any touching of any sort, so they were told to keep their hands by their sides. That's another version of the story.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Exactly, no touchy.
Or you get whacked across the knuckles with a ruler.
Yeah. If the priest didn't do it, the girl would do it.
Now, I had heard another story that they dance with their hands at their side to kind of symbolize them being subjugated by the British as well.
Right.
That's another story.
Right.
So
there's a lot of things that have gone into it, and it's grown. But it's a very important part of solo dancing and Irish dancing that you really must keep your hands by your side and keep them a certain way. In dance competition, if you don't do it that way, you will get points taken off.
Wow.
So it's if you think about it, that's very difficult to do, because if you're leaping in the air, with most of the forms of dance, you use your hands to help elevate you.
Yes,
you
momentum.
You can't do that with Irish dancing.
So it takes a lot of discipline.
Yes, it does. A lot of training.
And a lot of training to do that.
Yeah, a lot of training.
Now tell me about the school.
Well, we've been here, probably 14 years now. It's our 14th year. It's growing all the time in popularity. I mean, we're busy all the time. We do a lot of shows, like around Panama City, like all year round. Our school's open all year round. We have open enrollment. So it really is growing, and I've got a fabulous bunch of kids right now, and the parents are awesome. They're very supportive of what we do. The kids love what they're doing, and it shows when they're up there on the stage dancing.
Niall O'Leary School of Irish Dance. Now, where exactly are you located?
We're down in Laverne Avenue in the Panama City Arts Co-op. Niall O'Leary is hails from Dublin originally. We've got a school in New York. Actually, he's got a school in Mexico too, believe it or not.
Wow. Yeah. Mexicans, Irish dancing. There's something.
Yeah, they're fabulous.
Before you know it, the Irish are going to be doing a hat dance.
You never know.
It's a crazy world we live in.
And we'll put a new spin to it.
We'll put a new Irish spin to it.
A new spin to it,
yeah. That's amazing stuff. Now, who's your typical student? Is this mostly females or boys do it?
Boys and girls.
Yeah?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. It's normally I've got kids from the age of 4 to I've got a girl who's 37 years old. She comes from Mariana to come to my dance class.
Holy mackerel!
Love Melissa. She's great because she knows it's a great form of exercise. Yeah. But that's the age group we have right now. So we have classes Monday through Friday. So I'm for 2 hours every day.
And if we want to get in touch with you and we want to enroll or find out more about it, what do we do?
We're on Facebook, or you can call me. I have my phone on me all the time.
Okay.
So, I'm pretty easy to get a hold of, or you can contact the Panama City Arts Co-op as well.
Panama City Arts Co-op, a lot of things go on there. We've been there.
It's great. We got a great bunch of people in there, so it's a great place to be to have the schooling.
Well, Teresa, we have to run off to the local weather, but maybe
Okay.
on the other side of the weather,
All right.
you can show us a little Irish dance.
My kids will.
Okay, maybe not you. I know you.
My kids.
But your kids will.
Yes, they will.
We'll see a couple of your students right after your Waking Up with Don weather. Welcome back to the show and happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm here with Teresa Kane from Niall O'Leary School of Irish Dance.
How you doing?
I'm doing well, Teresa.
Great.
Thanks so much for sticking with us. Now, you've brought a couple of your students here today.
Yes, I do. I have Carmelina and Ada. Carmelina is in the fabulous green dress and Ada is in the beautiful pink dress. They're sisters. They've been dancing with me about 4 years and they're great. Love these kids.
Oh, good. Let's see what they can do.
Are you ready? We're going to do the treble real special, girls. Are you ready? Good.
All right, take it away, guys. Great.
Got fast feet.
Those kids are so talented. It's
They're
so much fun to watch,
great.
too.
They're great. I love to watch them.
Yeah. Teresa Kane from Niall O'Leary School of Irish Dance.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on the show and
You're
sharing
very
this great talent with
You're
us.
very welcome. Probably see you next year.
All right, we hope so.
Yeah.
And we'll be right back.
God bless you.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Time to Hack Tuesdays. So today's hacks are going to be ones that take place in your kitchen, and I have a number of them to show you, and I feel like this one would be useful for everyone. So I'm sure whoever cooks in the kitchen and has cut onions before knows that it can actually make you cry. So I have two solutions to this, and one is very simple. They say that if you just chew gum while you're cutting onions, you will not cry. So we're gonna try it out. I have my onion here. Chop off the ends. I'm not crying yet, so I'm thinking this might actually be a hack that works. Another one, for those that don't feel like this might be an option for them, is you can use white vinegar. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the white vinegar and you're going to use it on your cutting board. So you're just gonna wipe it on your cutting board, and this will prevent you from crying because it will be absorbed into the wood, and then you just make sure that you clean it after. So you just cut your onions as normal, and no more tears. So the next hack that I want to show you is how to pit a strawberry. And a lot of times I would like to use these in my shakes, and taking them off after they've been frozen, it's not very easy, and then you end up blending with them. So what you're going to use is a straw, and you're going to take the straw, put it at the end where the pit is, and just push right through. That's it. And you can do that with all of them, and then you can stick them in the freezer and freeze them, or you can just put them back in the fridge so that way you have them for your breakfast or whenever you're going to eat them. It's really simple. You're just going to pop the straw through, and now it takes out the piece of the core in the middle, and now you don't have to worry about eating around it. So that is the hack for how to pit a strawberry. Now, the next hack that I want to show you is how to clean your blender. Many times I like to make smoothies and shakes with my strawberries in the morning, and the one hassle is cleaning the blender itself. The blade at the bottom gets all the strawberry bits and everything stuck underneath, and getting your hand in there, it's not really safe. So a great solution to this, to cleaning your blender, is let it clean itself. Yes, that's right, let it clean itself. And how you're gonna do that is with some soap. Just put a few drops into the blender itself. You're going to place it on and then place the cover on. Make sure you do this before you turn it on. And you're gonna let your blender clean itself. Simple as that. It is spinning it all around, creating the bubbles, getting underneath the blade, and this is the easiest way to clean your blender. Then you just rinse it out, and you're all done. Simple as that. So I have one final hack that I'd like to show you today, and it has to do with coffee. I love my coffee cold. So in the morning, I like to have iced coffee. Many times I will put ice in it to chill it faster, and it waters it down. No one likes watered down coffee. So I have a great hack for this. What you're gonna do is you're going to brew yourself a cup of your favorite coffee, and you're gonna let it sit and cool. Then you're going to take an ice cube tray, and you're going to fill it with the coffee. Now, this is going to be a great solution because all you have to do is pop up one of these coffee cubes, put it in your coffee, and it's not watered down. Put this in the freezer, and you have perfect iced coffee for the morning. So thank you for joining me today on Time to Hack Tuesdays, and I look forward to seeing you next week.
Welcome back to the show. I'm here with Dr. Stephen Favaloro from Forest Park Animal Hospital right here in Panama City.
Good to see you, sir.
Good to see you.
Absolutely.
You know, we talk about Sandy quite a bit on my show,
yes,
the world famous Sandy. So I brought a little picture of Sandy, and that maybe we can share that with the audience.
Well, you know, I've had clients who watch the show, and they're like, will you please tell...
How can you resist that face?
They're like, will you please tell Don to show a picture of Sandy so we can know what she looks like? Yeah. So, for Miss Jane Lee Smart, this is for you.
There you go. So now you know what Sandy looks like. Now, you know, we talk about her a lot, and we love this dog. Actually, my wife loves the dog. I like her too. I think she likes the dog better than me.
Well,
but you know, she doesn't really listen all the time either. And we live out in the country.
We talk about Sandy or your wife?
Yeah, but both. But I'll call the dog, and she'll just look over her shoulder and keep on running. You know, and I've actually got to chase her down sometimes. Now we live in the country, and we've seen coyotes and stuff and all that, and we're like, what would we do if this dog ever got lost?
Right.
You know.
And that happens a lot. You know, in a more common scenario is when, you know, people come down camping, you know, or they go somewhere camping, or they go to visit and travel, and the dog gets away. And it usually happens like the day that they're going to leave, and so they can't like stay forever to look for the dog.
Yeah, there's been stories in the press
of
dogs like going cross country and taking months and years to find their way home.
And you know
again.
how they usually find them? Through microchipping.
Oh, yes,
so,
right, yeah.
so microchipping is a wonderful, you know, device that you can have implanted into your dog. It's not a GPS. That's a common thing. It's like, oh, can I track my dog? No, you can't track your dog with it. But it is a permanent identification mark in your dog. And there are a lot of different microchipping companies out there. And most of them can all be read by a universal reader. So if you ever do get a microchip, make sure it's not completely proprietary, where we give this microchip and we have the special reader for it. Well, that doesn't help you if you're going to another county, or if you go to another state and they don't have that reader.
No, Bay County Animal Services, they microchip all the dogs that are adopted.
Right, and you know, Abbott is a common one. There's the Home Away, I think it's called. There's several, and I don't remember all the names. But basically what happens is this little chip in there, and it has all this information, generally a number. And so the scanner will give you the number. And then what you do is that number will then kind of tell you who makes the chip, and then there's a code on there. And then you can call the company who makes that chip and say, hey, I've got this chip, I've got this dog with this chip number, and you give them the number. Now here's the key. If you don't register your name to that number through the company, then they have no idea who your dog is.
Oh, geez.
So after you get the microchip, that's just the beginning part of it. You actually have to call the company and then register your name. And that dog is now, you know, Mr. Smith, who lives here. Here's my phone number, so that when we scan it, we can call them and we can call.
So just having
Mr.
a chip isn't enough.
No, it's not. And I can't tell you, more times than not, we'll have dogs come in that someone found on the street. You know, we found this dog running around. Oh, it's got a chip. Great. We'll call. Nobody registered it.
Wow.
Now, sometimes you can find the batch number, who they sold it to, and then that place can then do all kind of like looking. But if you go to some place that's, you know, not as organized as they would like to be, it may be difficult or impossible to find. Or you call those people and it's like, oh, we gave the dog away. Or,
it's like a VIN number for your car.
Absolutely.
I mean, you've got to register your car.
Absolutely.
You know? So if it's stolen, they know who it goes to. You know.
And so we do a lot of microchipping, like you know, a lot of the humane societies and such do microchipping. So I think it's a wonderful idea. You know, because there have been, like, particularly when Katrina hit and things like that, there were dogs that were able to be placed back to their owners even months and months after they
and
were
you
separated.
hail from that part of the country too.
I did. Yep.
That's right.
Absolutely.
So I bet you there were a lot of lost dogs during Katrina. And I know just during crisis, you know, I used to be a New York City firefighter 100 years ago, and we would find a lot of dogs. They hide. I mean, they don't run home. They're scared. They'll hide under a couch. And
particularly cats.
Yep.
Same thing.
Yeah. They'll hold up somewhere. They're not going to, you know, stick with their masters necessarily when they're running out. So it's probably good advice to get them all chipped.
Yeah, it's a wonderful. It's not, you know, nothing's 100%. You know, and anytime if you do find a stray and you bring it to a veterinary facility or, you know, or your regular veterinarian, make sure that they scan it. You know, because if there's a microchip in there, then
and if I have a dog that's not chipped, I got to always just go to you and you can chip them?
Your regular veterinarian, you can go to, you know, the Humane Society. Sometimes they'll have specials for that. But all the veterinarians in town have the ability to microchip.
Dr. Stephen Favaloro, thank you so much for those helpful tips on chipping your dog.
My pleasure.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
We'll see you next week, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. I'm here with Damon McMillan from Bay County Animal Services and his friend Hannah.
How you doing today, Don?
I'm doing well. Damon, good to see you again.
You too. Yeah, we got here a 2-year-old, you know, bulldog mix. She just recently got spaded yesterday.
Okay.
So she, you know, she's not even feeling the effects, as you done seen. She loves your rug and definitely energetic for anybody.
She is. She's got a lot of puppy traits. She's kind of a big puppy almost. She looks like she's got a little pit bull in her too.
Yeah. I'm not quite sure what the other mixtures are, but
I know, but she's just friendly as heck.
She is.
And a big happy dog and a beautiful coat on her.
It sure is. And she come in as owner surrender. Owners couldn't take care of her no more, and you know, we've been taking care of her ever since. Now we're trying to find her a good home.
You know, Damon, I know we've talked about it before, but that's the most humane thing people can do.
It is.
Is to surrender their dog when they can no longer take care of it.
Exactly. And you know, that's what we step in and do by giving it shots, rabies shots, getting it fixed. You know. And
then finding them a good home afterwards.
And, you know, that's our main goal at the end of the day.
You know, it's hard to believe, but nowadays there are still people that'll drop a dog at the side of a highway or at the end of a dead-end street and say, hey, fend for yourself, and maybe somebody will adopt you.
That's pretty much how they do it. And
you know,
it's a terrible thing.
If I have to surrender a dog that I can no longer take care of, maybe I'm getting a job transfer or I'm moving to a place that doesn't allow animals, does it cost me anything?
To surrender?
Yeah.
$10. That's it.
All right.
You know, you can't beat that.
So $10, you'll make sure your beloved pet will get a good home and be properly taken care of.
Exactly, just like any human wants to be taken care of.
And just like all the animals at Bay County Animal Services, she's had her shots, her chips. Obviously, she came from a home where she was allowed on the couch.
Oh, yes. So, definitely a house dog.
She was a house dog. And, but like with all the pets, she's got the chip. She's been spayed. And she's just a healthy, frisky dog ready to go.
She's ready to go.
So all we got to do is give you a call.
Yes, sir. 767-3333.
767-3333, and you can adopt Hannah. Great dog. Give her a call. And thanks for watching. And always remember to spay and neuter your pets.